Hi, this is Tony from Transport League. You are listening to Brutally Delicious Podcast. Right on.
1, 2, 3, 4. The Brutally Delicious Podcast. The Brutally Delicious Podcast. The Brutally Delicious Podcast. The Brutally Delicious Podcast.
70,000 tons of metal.
The original, the world's biggest heavy metal cruise. 60 bands, 4 days, 1 cruise ship, only 3,000 tickets.
From Miami, Florida to Ocho Rios, Jamaica.
January 30th to February 3rd, 2025. 5 days and 4 nights mingling side by side with your favorite artists in this incredible fan-friendly scenario that has no comparison.
Go to 70,000tons.com and book your ticket now.
You've been around for quite a while, right? And just coming back after a break?
Yeah, I don't know. We didn't have a break. I think it's something that the record company made up because they wanted to have more attention. Oh, they are back, ta-da. Because we've never been away, actually. We've been doing shows, we've been writing songs, and we've been releasing albums. We were formed in 1994, and we released, I don't remember how many albums, but then the band split up, kind of reformed in some other band in 2005. And then we got back together for a reunion show in 2009.
Mm-hmm.
Old members. And then we started to fool around with some riffs that we got, and we just felt the passion and the power again, and the motivation and the creativity. We started to record an album at the In Flames studio with the producer.
Nice.
With the producer Roberto Loggi, who's been doing In Flames, and he did some previous Transport League stuff, and we recorded an album that we named Boogie from Hell, because that was you named that. Our label came up for our style back in '96, and we used to use that as the title for that album. After that, we released like an album every second year.
I'm new to the crew, but holy cow, this record sold me. So, other than the obvious, I mean, we are Satan's people. Is there, and the artwork, is there a deeper meaning? What your fans to take away from after listening to this record?
We've always been fooling around with these titles and titles for songs, and sometimes it could be a lot of fiction going on, but sometimes there could be some reality check thingy, which is a reflection of what's going on in the world, and maybe some self-experience stuff that has been happening. We released an album in '97, which we call Super Evil, which was a little bit similar to the artwork which Giger did. The Alien.
Yeah.
He did an album cover for Celtic Frost when there was a devil. It was a painting, and the devil had took down Jesus from the cross and made him to a slingshot. So that is actually the front of this album, and that is called Super Evil. And we just try to do a kind of reflection that in our opinion, we don't think that the religions when they were founded were evil, but it's the people, the humans, who are using the religion as a power and using Jesus as, in this case, as a weapon and an instrument. And we've been fooling around with that with lots of irony, but at the same time with some kind of deeper meaning to it. And this new our new album, which is called We Are Satan's People, are actually connected to a TV show in Sweden, which were hosted by kind of a preacher dude. He was like conservative. He was also a TV host, and he was blaming the music magazine and the director of the music magazine. His name was Anders. He was blaming the music magazine because they made so much spotlight on Wasp back then in 1984, and this TV host said that, oh, it stands for "We Are Satan's People," and he really pronounced it super Swedish, and we just used that again because we thought that that was a and just by occasion we didn't know that actually this year was the year when the debut album of Wasp was released, so
Right.
there suddenly became a connection with that as well, but we were already there, yeah. So and we just try to make something also with the artwork, like instead of an upside down cross we have an upside down church, and it's it's for, but it's a cool design, and it's really arty in a way, and it's and the title became good, and the tracks as well reflects sometimes in this issue regarding Jesus and religion and humans using religion as a weapon and power, and there are some fiction as well in between there, and also have some. We also have a track called "Hollowed Victory," and that track is influenced by when the Allies bombed Dresden in 1945, and there wasn't actually any meaning of bombing because that was just a revenge thingy. They will like just proceed, and 25,000 civilians died, and the streets were burning, and it was a horrible situation. And it was just a revenge, because Hitler and the Nazis have been doing so many horrible things during that war. So they were like, now they will have something back. So yeah. So it's a little bit this and a little bit that regarding the lyrics and
Two things. One, what's been the response to it so far? And second, you picked up on my favorite song on the record. You mentioned "Hallowed Victory." That song just blew me away. What's been the response to it so far? Have people loved it as much as me?
people loves it as much as you do. Absolutely, we always been getting good reviews, and we are getting even maybe a little bit even better reviews this time, but also that fans and new fans are really excited, and we are exploring new territories with this album, and we actually entered some charts in Sweden, which we never have done before. We entered number 3 at the vinyl chart, and then like number 4 on the physical album charts, and it was like really super cool thing. As I said, we've always been getting good reviews. The only thing that we miss is get into the proper context. We need to get some proper shows. We need to get out there and play live for audiences who would fucking love us, but they don't even know that we exist. You understand what I'm saying? And we've been around for many years, but there are still like people like you, for instance. They're like, "Oh, I never heard of you guys." People go like, "Okay, wow, look at that," but we are really happy with the label, and they're doing good work so far, and we're keeping our fingers crossed. And we've been around for a long time, so we're like, if it happens, it happens. We're ready. If it doesn't happen, no problem. We will continue writing new songs. We're actually here in the rehearsal space today. I'm sitting in the office in the same house, just doing this interview, and we actually been starting to write some new riffs and new songs.
Nice.
So we're already thinking about that. So this unit is super creative, never lack of ideas and riffs. We always have a bunch of them lying around. I think it's great.
I think it's great what you said for a number of reasons. First, you're doing this for the love of it, because this is just what you're going to do, whether you play shows at the Garden or not, right? You're still going to do this because it's in your very DNA. And then on the flip side, I also feel like it makes it much more real and organic. We're just in this to play some fucking music, and if people resonate with it, so be it.
Exactly. We are not attached to anything. We are not doing this for a living. We have our side jobs, which gets our salary, so we can pay our rents and give our kids food. And so this is just a hobby which takes a lot of time, a lot of passion, but we are doing it for the passion.
I speak to a lot of bands, or I have been recently, that are kind of, I'm guessing you're around my age, but you were referencing Wasp and stuff. So, people
Yeah.
that are around our age making a little bit of success here and there, or just making some noise here and there just for the hell of it. I think it's great that there's not like an age, it's not a 20-year-old game anymore. You can all do this.
We have a little bit of a problem because we have been around for such a long time. And for some social medias or streaming services, they would not add us to their playlists because we have been around for so long, and they don't think that much has happened regarding listeners and stuff like that. So we never get into this exciting playlist like new kick-ass metal or new releases, blah blah blah. We don't get into that, and we're like, okay. So, but if we would have changed name and started all over again from zero, we would have been on these. But we don't care. But that is a thing. The streaming services are not everything.
So you said you guys are all in the studio today. So you guys all write together then, right? In like the old traditional sense, everybody in the room tossing riffs back and forth.
We always been doing like that. We never send files to each other. We have like a Zoom recorder, and I have some bunch of riffs, and the guitar player Peter has some bunch of riffs, and we just put it together. And the drummer Matthias and the bass player Dennis, they read us like an open book, and we are super creative, and we understand each other directly, and we record on this Zoom recorder, and then I just download it and with the Dropbox folder where I put all in, and we just built the songs from there, So we are really absolutely old school way. We enjoy hooking up. We enjoy having a coffee, doing some riffs, like for the passion of it all the way.
Oh yeah. So what's next for you guys then?
We have some shows in Sweden and 3 shows in Holland, and then in the Netherlands, and then we are hoping to get some more shows in the spring, and hopefully some festivals during the summer. So let's see. We are looking forward, and hopefully some cool things will happen.
Beautiful. And if fans want to find you, can you give us all your socials and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, Facebook.com/Transport League. At the same for Instagram. Yeah, .com/Transport League. And if they search Transport League on YouTube, they will find all our videos. We have like a bunch of stuff over there. You will find everything over there.
Hey everyone, this is Bjorn from Soulwork, and this is Brutally Delicious.
Hey there, heavy metal maniacs and kitchen crusaders. I'm Bruce Moore, the host of the Brutally Delicious podcast, where we whisk up a blend of metal and food to quench even the most discriminate tastes. Have you ever wondered what your favorite metal musician chows down on before they hit the stage to melt your face off? Well, look no further. Here at the Brutally Delicious podcast, we have cooking segments so brutal they'll make your oven want to headbang. From beefy, bodacious burgers, to spicy, succulent salmon, to kickin' caliente cauliflower, and more. We mix metal and culinary creations, resulting in a feast for the senses.
But wait, there's more.
Hey, this is Michael Monroe. Brutally Delicious. Isn't that beautiful? See you down the road.
Each week, I meet with the mammoths of metal for interviews that are spicier than a Carolina Reaper. Get the latest on their upcoming shows, behind-the-scenes stories, and if we're lucky enough, maybe they'll share a secret family recipe or two with us.